Kurt Russell was born on the 17th of March 1951 in the family of Bing Russell. In the late 50s, the 30-year-old Bing, who had been a basketball star in his youth and owned a fancy restaurant in Newport, was able to fulfill his dream of starring in a film, after which he became a sought-after actor, and his wife Louise left her career as a dancer and fully devoted herself to raising their 3 daughters and a son. One day his father brought 6-year-old Kurt to the set of the cowboy series Sugarfoot, and the little actor starred on the popular show for 4 seasons. In school Kurt was not the best student, he often missed classes because of filming, and spent his free time in sports, dreaming of becoming a professional basketball player. In 1963, Kurt became a regular on the television project The Travels of Jamie McFeeters, and in 1965 he played in the Disney film Follow Me, Boys, which starred Golden Hollywood stars Freddie McMurray and Lillian Gish. During this period of his life, Kurt still dreamed of becoming a famous basketball player, but an injury in which he suffered a torn shoulder ligament put an end to his plans. The contract that his parents signed in Kurt's name with the Disney company provided for the young actor's participation in shows and serials, so from 1966 to 1969 he occasionally appeared on TV, and after graduating from high school he was called up for military service. After serving 5 years in the National Guard, Kurt returned to the acting profession, getting a role in the dramatic thriller, based on real events, Tower of Death, where he played a student Charles Whitman. Excellent physical form and acting skills of 24-year-old actor, who was able to show the metamorphosis that occurred with an ordinary American guy who became one of the first mass shooters, were the key to the success of the film and the beginning of the career of Kurt Russell. In the 1979 film Elvis, later named one of the best films dedicated to the king of rock and roll, the young actor was able to embody the image of the great artist, which earned recognition of his talent nomination for Emmy. Film critics noted the almost photographic resemblance of Kurt with his hero, skillfully conveyed the tragedy of the great artist's life and the energy with which he literally infected his fans. The following year, Kurt also demonstrated his talent as a comedic actor, starring with Deborah Harmon and Jack Warden in the comedy Used Cars. In the 1981 action fantasy film Escape from New York, actor saved the world and the President of America, played by Donald Pleasence. The picture was included in the 100 Best Science Fiction Pictures of All Time. The role of Snake Plissken was originally intended for Tommy Lee Jones, but seeing at the auditions Russell, director John Carpenter realized that only this actor can play the role of the hero. Also for this role claimed Charles Brosnan. From 1982 to 1986, his career was on the rise. Kurt played in several films, playing major roles and fully justifying the status of a young bright film star. Comedy Overboard, in which Kurt played the role of a rude father of many children, who took up for the re-education of a spoilt lady, is considered one of the best in the actor's piggy bank. In the comedy, firmly entered the golden fund of cinema, Kurt's partner was Goldie Hawn. In the company of Mel Gibson, Raul Julia and Michelle Pfeiffer, the actor played in the cult crime thriller Drunken Dawn, playing the role of a policeman forced to make a difficult choice between friendship, love and professional honor. From 1990 to 2000, Russell played in more than 20 films, in each of which opened the audience new facets of his talent. With the beginning of the 21st century, cinema has undergone changes, during which many actors of the old school became unclaimed because of the triumphant onset of the era of action films, generously seasoned with special effects, which did not affect the career of Russell. In the 2004 film about the legendary hockey match between the USA and the USSR, held in 1980, Russell played a coach who managed to set up his charges to win in a duel with the strongest opponent. Kenneth Welsh and Noah Emmerich also played in the film. Russell played the role of Mr. Nobody, joining the star-studded cast of the Fast and Furious franchise in the 2015 and 2017 films, and in the magical 2018 Christmas comedy The Christmas Chronicles, the actor appeared as Father Christmas, who was helped by children to save the holiday. The role of Mrs. Santa was played by Goldie Hawn, also played by Oliver Hudson in The Kind and Beautiful Fairy Tale, The actor's amazing love story with Goldie Hawn is considered one of Hollywood legends. However, Goldie was not the actor's first choice. Marriage with Ceason Hubley Russell concluded at the very beginning of his ascent to the film Olympus, and although in 1980 Ceason gave her husband a son, the marriage soon broke up. Romantic relationship with Goldie Hawn, with whom the actor was familiar from his youth, began in 1984, and in 1986 the couple had a son Wyatt. Children. Charming Goldie from her marriage to musician Billy Hudson. Actor brought up as native children and they responded to him with mutual love. Kate Hudson and Oliver Hudson always warmly remember their childhood and call Kurt their real father. Hawn is 5 years older than Kurt. Despite the fact that they have been together since 1984, the actors have never married. The couple lives on a ranch in California, enjoying visits from their children and grandchildren.